Well, hey nerds! I'm here to do the Geek Girl tag. I may or may not have a little problem with the Geek Girl thing because we can all be nerds together, regardless of gender, but this was specifically created by the creators to be a tag especially for us women, so even though there's nothing in here that is inherently, requires it to be for women, what's your favorite nerdy bra? So anyone could really do this tag, and if you are a man and you're watching this and you think this tag sounds fun, I say go for it. Whatever, I support you. But let's get on with the Geek Girl tag, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm a little bit nerdy. A little bit. Tiny bit. I'm really nerdy, you guys. Number 1, what is your must-have tech gadget? Probably my laptop where I do all of my book writing, and or my camera where I film these videos. I'm not one of those people who's super attached to their phone. I know a lot of people are really, gotta have my phone, but I was never one of those people, so my phone is actually not my favorite tech gadget. I like my laptop, and I like my camera, and I am one of the people who, I write my notes in a notebook, I don't write them on my phone, so I just, camera, laptop, answer to your question right there. Number 2, what Hogwarts house would you be in? I am a Slitherpuff. Okay. Number 3, who is your favorite doctor? I guess that would have to be 10, but I really do need to watch more older Doctor Who. I really have only watched the newer stuff, and lately I haven't even watched much of it at all. It only kind of interests me. It's fun to watch while I'm watching it, but I usually don't go out of my way to watch it. If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be? That would have to be my boy Garrus, and we would dance afterwards. Sexy tango. Number 5, what is your gaming system of choice? Alright, we're going to go through a little bit of a list here. When I was young, I was a Nintendo girl, hardcore. We had Nintendo 64, the GameCube, I even owned a Wii. But after the Wii, I kind of really lost interest in Nintendo, and I moved to Xbox 360, which I really enjoyed, but I was never much of a PlayStation girl at all. We don't own any of the current generation consoles. I still have my Xbox 360. And so I am slowly becoming a member of the glorious PC Gamer Master Race, mostly because I can get most of the games that I want without having to constantly be buying a new system, although the problem with that is, of course, you always have to be upgrading your computer. So it's kind of a toss-up, but long story short, PC now. And also Nintendo handheld games. I've pretty much religiously owned Nintendo handheld gaming systems from the Game Boy Color on, because I do like to be able to take my game with me, and Nintendo just makes the best handheld gaming systems. Number 6, if you had a superpower, what would it be? I often say that it would be maybe mind reading, but not like super intrusive mind reading. I have a hard time understanding other people's emotions and their facial expressions. Like, I understand emotions, but I don't read social cues well, and I don't know what people want from me. This is a big problem that I have. I'm Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. Someone will be crying, and my response will be like, "They're there. I could punch your feelings. Do you want me to punch your feelings? Will that help? Will that help?" I'm clueless. I always do the wrong thing. If someone is sad, I think to myself, well, sad people want to be hugged, so I had better hug them. And then I hug them, and it was exactly what they did not want me to do. Or I'll think, oh, that person is sad, perhaps they want me to give them their space, and I will give them their space, and that was exactly what they did not want me to do. I always guess wrong, so being able to read minds would be super helpful, so I could actually, get the hang of this interpersonal thing. But I don't want to be super intrusive and read their every thought, especially since a lot of their thoughts are probably dirty. So whatever superpower that would be, I don't know. Otherwise, I would definitely enjoy having time powers. I could write whole novels in a week, it'd be great. Time powers, yes! Number 7, what is your favorite fantasy world? Now, it doesn't say what fantasy world would you like to live in, it's just which is your favorite. And I picked Tortall from Tamara Pierce's books, because they seem really cool. I like the way the magic system works, there's always adventures going on. It just seems like it's a really fun and imaginative world, and really well created and fleshed out. Number 8, if you could be any fictional race, what would you be? I would be a Kunari from Dragon Age. because they're kind of emotionless like me, and they're huge and they have horns. See, on the outside, I am a small, socially awkward introvert. On the inside, I am a tall, badass warrior woman with horns and a giant sword. Kunari is what my spirit is. Number 9, Star Trek or Star Wars? Yes. No, but to be honest with you, I'm a little bit more of a Trek girl. I do enjoy Star Wars, not so much the prequels, we don't talk about those. Star Trek is much more close to me, and I enjoy it more. I began watching Star Trek when I was little with my grandmother. We watched the original series and we watched Next Generation together, and I loved it and I fell in love with it, and I have seen all of the series, the various series out there that exist of Star Trek. My favorites are original series and Deep Space Nine. Number 10 question is a really hard one. Top 5 movies or TV series. Oh man, it's like asking me to pick my favorite child. So I just picked the first ones that came into my head. So these aren't necessarily my favorites of all time, they were just the favorites that I thought of in that exact moment when I was writing everything down. Dark Crystal has been one of my favorite movies forever, and I still love it, and I love everything Jim Henson does, but I adore the Dark Crystal. Firefly, duh. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, again, duh. Darkness Rising, if you have not seen it, definitely watch that movie. It is amazing. If you are nerdy, especially if you play tabletop games, please go watch Darkness Rising. Do yourself that favor. You're welcome in advance. And Star Trek the original series. If you love the original series as much as I do, I have a fanfic for that. That's right. The fanfic is meant to behave like an episode of the original series, so there's no stupid extemporaneous stuff where random characters fall in love with each other. You don't have to worry about Bones and Spock humping or anything weird like that. And the story stars Lieutenant Uhura. Who could ask for more? Go check it out, links in the doobly-doo. So there you go, those are my 5 movies and series that I love that I thought of in that moment. So this has been the Geek Girl Tag. I hope you enjoyed my version of it. I will hopefully remember to link you in the doobly-doo to the original, and I hope to see some of y'all nerds doing this one as well. And remember, if you like what you're seeing, if you genuinely like my videos, don't just like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you are enjoying yourself, and if you think your friends would think these are fun and interesting too, share. Kinshu says share. Kinshu also says that my hand is interestingly flavored. She wants to bite me. That's really what's going on. I will see you next time with whatever video it happens to be. Bye.